Alright, welcome back to another episode here in our WWE 2K19 Universe Mode. I'm, of course, Thumber on the Bad Wrestling Channel, and we enter episode 113 of our ongoing series with this man, Seth Rollins. Now, if you haven't seen the Fastlane pay-per-view that went up over the weekend, I highly recommend you go check it out. As this man, Seth Rollins, he might not be 100% clear in his head about what transpired at that pay-per-view. So, in case you missed it, Seth Rollins went toe-to-toe with Dolph Ziggler for the United States title, and right when that match started, Dean Ambrose music hit. Now, Dean Ambrose, a former, I don't know, maybe still, I'm not entirely sure. Dean Ambrose attacked Seth Rollins is what I'm trying to get at here, and I'm not entirely sure why. I don't think Seth Rollins is 100% clear on the reasoning either. Dean Ambrose, he's not here tonight, okay? He has dodged our general manager, King Booker. Okay, he's dodged coming into work today. He's been dodging this man, I believe, Seth Rollins, after costing him a shot at the championship. However, Seth Rollins here tonight, seems as though before his match with EC3 to kick off this episode of our Universe Mode, he has a microphone in his hand. So what is it that he has to say to the WWE Universe? Last night, during my match with Dolph Ziggler, a man that I used to call my brother decided to attack me and turn his back on the Shield. A man that I'd fight alongside with taking the WWE by storm has apparently changed into a backstabbing shell of his former self. Now, I'm not going to stand out here and offer him a chance to explain, because he's just not here tonight. Trust me, if he were here, then I'd be backstage demanding answers in the most violent ways possible. So, Dean Ambrose, since you are not here to give me an explanation, then I hope you're watching tonight. What I'm about to do to EC3 is nothing compared to what I'll do to you. For costing me my shot at the United States title, for turning your back on these fans, and most of all, for turning your back on me. Let it be known that when I find you, you better hope Renee Young has already started calling an ambulance. Well, Seth Rollins, before his match here tonight with... Well, I was going to say EC3. That's not EC3's music, though. It seems as though Noam Dar making his way to the ring with EC3 at ringside. Okay, well, sure. Well, before his match with, I guess, Noam Dar takes place, it seems as though Seth Rollins warning Dean Ambrose either to show up and get his ass kicked or stay home like the coward that it seems as though Seth Rollins believes he is. However, Seth Rollins has to change his mindset from focusing on Dean Ambrose to focusing on this man, Noam Dar. Noam Dar, a prominent feature in the Cruiserweight division in our last series, before the Cruiserweight division was disassembled. So Noam Dar, apparently, I believe, quite like many of EC3's matches before, seems to be fighting for EC3 here tonight. EC3, of course, a very rich man, Mr. Money in the Bank, hiring Noam Dar here to fight for him. However, a dropkick there by Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins, it seems as though he might be taking his aggression out on Noam Dar with the moonsault, and EC3 immediately distracting Seth Rollins as the cover here. 1, 2, no, almost getting a roll-up hit on the former hardcore champion and technically former United States champion. As, oh, right to the shoulder there by Noam Dar. Stomp. Connecting. Noam Dar, okay, of course, a former prominent member of the light heavyweight / cruiserweight division, as I mentioned during his entrance. Noam Dar, he's a former champion, so he is, he is worthy of perhaps getting another shot on the red brand. And this might be his one and only shot. However, Seth Rollins not giving him any offense here. Rollins grabbing him, DDT. Oh, but it looks like Noam Dar is taking that offense. Goes right after the knee of Seth Rollins. Now Noam Dar, very aggressive enziguri kick. If he hits one of those on Seth Rollins, perhaps the match will be over, as it seems as though a chair has been placed into the ring. Something tells me EC3 might have a little bit to do with that, as Mr. Money in the Bank himself watching on. Okay, failing a cash-in at the Fastlane pay-per-view, going to cash in at on Finn Balor after his match with Aleister Black. EC3, he went to go cash in. Finn Balor threw him outside the ring. EC3 took the briefcase and went home. A very smart idea indeed. Don't cash in if you don't have to. It seems as though EC3 is very much aware that he doesn't have to fight if he doesn't have to, considering Noam Dar is in the ring right now fighting for him. As now the chair being held by the referee, as he's making sure that these two men... Okay, don't go... Oh, what is this? Oh, what is this? However... Oh! With a suicide dive, the referee making sure that these two men don't go too crazy, as it seems as though Seth Rollins doesn't give a shit what the referee could say, as an enziguri throwing him into the barricade, and then a dropkick there to EC3, and Seth Rollins taking out his aggression on everybody he sees here. Climbs up to the top turnbuckle. Noam Dar, however, catching him as he positions himself to perhaps jump on Noam Dar. However, Noam Dar looking to join him up there. Perhaps both men about to go flying here. Superplex connecting by Noam Dar to Seth Rollins here. And now there you see Noam Dar in the corner with EC3. EC3 watching on. Big superplex there. Goes for a clothesline. Misses. Okay, trips him up onto the middle rope. And then, oh, God. The throat being crushed there in between the thigh of Seth Rollins. And the middle rope is out, connects there with the curb stomp. The curb stomp connecting in the cover. But EC3, of course. Because of course he does it. Stopping the count from happening here. There you see. What is this? Oh, slapping EC3 down. And Seth Rollins here, furious, looking down at Noam Dar, picking him up, knowing that that's not going to get the job done. As now, an elbow. Missed, however, by Noam Dar. Noam Dar with the elbows of his own. Noam Dar with the strikes on Seth Rollins. It seems as though the referee, perhaps yelling at EC3, perhaps telling him to get out of here. As Dar now picks up Seth Rollins. There you see EC3 seems to be being forced to leave here tonight. And it seems as though Noam Dar is now on his own, even though he has the money EC3 might have paid him off here tonight for fighting against Seth Rollins on behalf of EC3. As now grabbing him here with this after the sling blade. Seth Rollins realizes EC3 is not here to distract the referee anymore, not here to distract him anymore. Taking full advantage here. Another moonsault there, connecting beautifully by Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins now throwing Noam Dar into the turnbuckle, yelling down the hard cam. Perhaps a message to Dean Ambrose, wherever he is. Probably at home with Renee Young, of course, his wife, that he alluded to before this matchup. Kicked off as Noam Dar throws him into the corner there. Our main event, Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles. Gonna be a good one there as Noam Dar just clobbers him in the back of the head with a big right hand there. Or a big left hand, I should say, as now goes for the enziguri, but miss. Seth Rollins throws him down. Does not get the enziguri. Rollins now running towards him here, kicks him in the stomach. As now Rollins looking down at Noam Dar here. Oh, just launches him up into the air. As now Seth Rollins looking down, Noam Dar kicks him in the stomach. Noam Dar perhaps knowing that this match might just be over as the buckle bomb connects. And typically following that, here it is, the curb stomp connecting. A second curb stomp to Noam Dar, the cover. 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins defeats Noam Dar here tonight. In our opening matchup from Monday Night Raw, let's get into the replays. There you see early on, I should say, going for the roll-up pin on Seth Rollins after the distraction by EC3, and then of course the first curb stomp there. That's 2 curb stomps Noam Dar had to take, and I believe every single one of those was hit with more force than usual. As a message to Dean Ambrose. As there you see the second curb stomp, bam, connecting, and it was over after that. No, he might have lost if not for EC3. Well, he sure put up one hell of a fight here in our opening matchup on Monday Night Raw as we move on to the next matchup here tonight. And here we go, everybody, following that match between Seth Rollins, a very aggressive Seth Rollins, and Noam Dar. We move into some women's action here tonight. Kairi Sane set to take on Mickie James here tonight. Now you might be wondering, okay, well, why are these two women fighting? A very almost random occurrence. Well, there's one reason why. That's because both women want to prove that they are worthy to be in the first ever women's Royal Rumble match. Let me explain. Vince McMahon earlier today tweeted out to the WWE Universe, I am very happy to announce that at this Royal Rumble pay-per-view, we will see the first ever women's Royal Rumble. I am very excited to see what the women in that locker room can do when fighting in such a tense situation. So Kairi Sane here tonight, set to take on Mickie James, both women wanting to prove that they could perhaps have the resiliency and the drive to win the first ever women's Royal Rumble match. As there you see Mickie James alongside Alexa Bliss. Both women very good friends, as they've shown since WrestleMania, accompanying each other to each of their matches. Mickie James, however, is the only woman fighting for herself in that ring against Kairi Sane, a very dangerous competitor. Okay, she's had some wins, she's had some losses, but you can't deny the drive Kairi Sane has in that ring. However, Mickie James is the veteran in this matchup. Okay, so she knows the ins and outs of what Kairi Sane could have in mind here. Mickie James has proven to be one of the best professional wrestler, or one of the best female professional wrestlers that we've seen over the past few decades, as now she goes for a roll-up pin here. 1, 2, no, and only a 2 count there. Later on tonight, like I mentioned earlier, Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles, a dream match that is, as an elbow connects to Kairi Sane there right to the jaw. As now Sane, the Pirate Princess here tonight, going after Mickie James here. Grabs, or went to go grab the arm. Oh! And then gives her her own arm with the elbow to the face of Kairi Sane. As Kairi here likes to fly high, throws Mickie James outside. As soon as though she's going to fly high here off the top. Oh my god! Putting her body on the line, throwing herself off the top turnbuckle to the floor on the outside. And Mickie James gets thrown back into the ring. Seems as though Kairi Sane is not done flying around the ring. As now, what does she have in mind? A moonsault, perhaps? Oh, but right to the stomach. Mickie James gets the knees up there. And it seems as though Kairi Sane, however, throws her off. Grabbing her here, however, a punch to the stomach. And perhaps the knees to the stomach might have created a focal point for Mickie James in this matchup. However, an elbow to the face by Kairi Sane. And then a kick to the stomach once again by Mickie James. Mickie James, a former women's champion, something that Kairi Sane wants or hopes that she can say one day, and perhaps by winning here tonight she can prove that she can win the Royal Rumble to potentially get a shot at the women's title, the Raw women's title, or even the SmackDown women's title. Okay, whatever she chooses. As now a neckbreaker connects by Mickie James. Alexa Bliss watching it on the outside. Perhaps she could be watching her friend here tonight win this matchup. However, not quite yet. As Kairi Sane kicks out the neckbreaker. Oh, goes for the mid kick. Oh! And Kairi Sane ducks underneath, turns into a clothesline here. Grabbing Mickie James, throws her into the corner right in front of Alexa Bliss. I don't know why her name escaped me there just then. I just said her name, but okay. Looking down at Mickie James, however, Mickie James now on the bottom turnbuckle. Kairi Sane, oh, went to go for the drop kick, but perhaps taking a little bit too long. As Sane, however, still in the fight, goes for the elbow reverse, kicks her in the stomach. And James, oh, perhaps once again, going for another roll-up pin, but no. Mickie James trying to get a big victory here tonight on Monday Night Raw. Both women over the past year on Monday Night Raw have been sort of on the back burner in our series, and perhaps a win here tonight could perhaps... Oh! Right with the knees there to the top turnbuckle could perhaps put them on a fast track to success here tonight. However, Sane pulling on the back, on the spine there of Mickie James. As James not looking too good here. However, Mickie getting up. Elbow to the stomach there. And then, oh, wants to go for it again, but this time again missing. Hits a clothesline there off of it. As now, Alexa Bliss watching on, and a drop kick to the back of the head by Kairi. And Kairi Sane taking advantage here. Missing the Mick kick. And now gets the drop kick and perhaps could be going for the win. Oh, and the insane elbow connects in the cover. And of course Alexa Bliss, quite like EC3 in our match previous, trying to distract the referee. As there you see Kairi Sane looking down at Mickie James. As James now gets picked up here. However, Mickie James taking advantage, going for a roll-up, a quick win here tonight. Perhaps the cover 1, 2. No, and a kick out there. Mickie James going for the roll-ups left, right, and center here. As now, perhaps folding. Kairi Sane there like an accordion, and now taking the advantage, going right after the stomach again. Definitely a focal point since she put her knees up during the moonsault. Now once again, folding her up there with the neck breaker. Mickie James looking here at Kairi Sane here, and Kairi Sane, gets kicked in the stomach. And now, the Mickie DDT connects in the cover by James. 1, 2, no, and Kairi Sane somehow gets the shoulder up. Somehow, someway, Kairi Sane still has some fight left here, and another cover. 1, 2, no, and again a kick up the shoulder once again, barely picking up. As Kairi Sane somehow selling this fight, kicks her in the stomach. And perhaps this is Sane's chance here. Showing the fight and drive she has in the middle of the squared circle against Mickie James. Kicks her in the stomach. Slaps her head there. Okay, a backhand there as now Sane walking alongside the ring. Weird way to walk, but sure, why not? However, if it gets the job done, sure, why not? It gets the job done. Hits her with the elbow. As now Kairi Sane... Oh wait, what is this? Typically she follows that with the insane elbow. Now looking right at Mickie James, looking right at Alexa Bliss, trying to intimidate her there. Telling her, if you get in my way again, you're about to get an insane elbow there, I should say. As now goes for the elbow again. However, Mickie James perhaps taking advantage of that little distraction, perhaps by Alexa Bliss to cover 1. No, and only a 1 count there. Mickie James picking her up here. Kairi Sane, however, reverses. Takes her down. And now going up top. Okay, she's very slow. She's getting a little exhausted. Okay, the stomach must be in so much pain. As now Mickie James very intelligently rolling over to her stomach so that she doesn't get the insane elbow. However, a big cheap shot. She gets up. It seems as though Mickie James perhaps could be going here tonight. Top rope Huracan Rana connecting. And Kairi Sane gets picked up here. Mickie James picks her up. And now looks at her here. Goes for a maneuver reverse. As Kairi Sane, kicks her in the stomach. And now, right to the back of the head. A very Shinsuke Nakamura-esque move. However, this is as now she goes for her finishing maneuver, or one of them at least. Her finishing submission hold. She calls this the anchor here tonight. And perhaps Kairi Sane taps out Mickie James there. Using that anchor submission hold. Kairi Sane, a big win over Mickie James, the veteran, here on Monday Night Raw. And it seems as though Kairi Sane leaves here tonight with more momentum going into the first ever Women's Royal Rumble match. I cannot wait to see that one. And Kairi Sane moves on to the Women's Royal Rumble with a big win over the veteran Mickie James as we move on to our main event, Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles. And here we go, everybody. Main event time. A dream match to finish off our show here. And it's Kevin Owens making his way to the ring, set to take on AJ Styles. Both men amazing competitors in the ring. Have kind of also, quite like Kyrie Sane and Mickie James as we just saw, almost been on the back burner, if you would. Okay, AJ Styles, even though he was the first man drafted to our series, he's kind of been, I don't know, he's kind of been sort of took to the sidelines. And this man, Kevin Owens, can say the same thing about himself. So both men, amazing competitors. Kevin Owens, former Intercontinental Champion. AJ Styles, not much success in our series. Okay, he was in the finals of the King of the Ring. Okay, he throughout his entire career over our series, he's always felt fingertips away from a championship win. Like I mentioned, he was in the finals of the King of the Ring, losing to Finn Balor, of course. So perhaps a win over Kevin Owens could give him, perhaps, a huge momentum boost, okay? A former competitor in a #1 contenders match for the United States title, and plenty of other championship opportunities. However, right now, AJ Styles, he can't focus on the past, he has to focus on the present and the potential future of what could happen here, not only in this matchup, but perhaps if he wins. Same thing except Kevin Owens. Okay, of course, Kevin Owens, like I mentioned, not much success, so perhaps tonight, looking to defeat AJ Styles, perhaps get a shot at the WWE Championship. We'll see here tonight. Not a #1 contenders match, however, both men here tonight. Oh! With a clothesline there by Kevin Owens. Both men want to prove something to King Booker, our general manager. Okay, these two are main event stars. That's why they're in the main event. But they haven't broken through the glass ceiling and won a championship. As now, goes for the cover here. 1, 2. No, only the 2 count there. Kevin Owens trying to pin AJ Styles here. The phenomenal one goes, oh god, with a huge right hand. And now the punch is connecting. Kevin Owens, however, gets thrown to the outside. AJ Styles now punches him in the face. And it looks like Styles, oh, look at this, picking him up. Oh, slams him there. AJ Styles now once again with the offense here. And now, oh, but gets slammed into the barricade. Kevin Owens, a ruthless competitor, and it seems as though AJ Styles is learning that right now. As now, what does he have in mind? Oh, and a slam there on top of the barricade. As Kevin Owens, you can see in the background, getting booed out of the building here for his actions against AJ Styles right now. As now, what does he have in mind here? Picks him up. Oh, face first goes Styles on the top of the steel steps, and perhaps Kevin Owens throws him back into the ring. And perhaps after the brutal assault on the outside, could be going for a cover here and perhaps win here tonight. 1, 2. No, only a 1 count. And there you see Kevin Owens, oh, punches him in the face. And now over and over again with the punches. AJ Styles gets up, oh, grabs him in the super kick, and it looks like AJ Styles perhaps hulking up here with a Pele kick. The phenomenal one picks up Kevin Owens. And now the kick to the back of the leg. Oh, misses the enziguri, however. It seems as though, oh, Kevin Owens takes advantage. Big right hand, grabs him here, and already, oh, slams him there on the back of his head and neck, landing on the sharp knee of Kevin Owens. And typically following that, Kevin Owens looks to finish him off here, however. AJ Styles reverses, picks him up out of nowhere, right to the back of the head with a knee of his own. And AJ Styles looks down at Kevin Owens, thinking, what does he have to do a little bit more damage here in the early moments of this matchup? Spiral tap connects, and the cover here on Owens. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count there. The spiral tap does not get the job done. The crowd watching on here in support of AJ Styles. As now it goes to, oh, he went to go for a chop there. Kevin Owens blocks it. And now takes advantage here, grabbing him. Oh, once again with the assault. As Owens now screaming out towards the crowd. Picks up AJ Styles, throws him into the corner. And now Oga on a right hand, and again, over and over again now with the assault. And Kevin Owens now looks down at him. And now just talking trash to AJ Styles here. Oh, went to go. Running knee. Reversed. And now turns it into a roll-up pin. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count there. AJ Styles almost sneaking a win here against Kevin Owens. Grabs him here, takes him down. Oh, with a kick to the spine. Now, oh, with the knee there by AJ Styles. AJ Styles picks up Kevin Owens. Styles looking to take down Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens practically a Thanos in terms of the damage he can do in that ring. And it seems as though AJ Styles might be feeling the effects of his many a snap, if you would, if we were to continue that really nerdy analogy. As AJ Styles looks at him here. Oh, gets an elbow there, does Kevin Owens. Styles perhaps faking him out there, looking like he was going to go finish him off with a Styles clash. As now Kevin Owens, however, turns it around. Oh, right to the back of the head again in the middle of the ring, and Kevin Owens looks down. And perhaps once again, looking to finish this match here. Goes for it, kicks him in the stomach, oh, once again reverses. Turns him around. AJ Styles picks him up, and once again, quite like earlier, catching him with the knee to the back of the head. And AJ Styles looks down at Kevin Owens and perhaps could be setting up the phenomenal forearm. No! Oh, God. With a thud, AJ Styles just falls down hard as no, oh, God, falling hard onto the knee of Kevin Owens. And AJ Styles now gets picked up. Kevin Owens throws him to the outside as hard as he can. It looks like he's going to go continue the assault that he had earlier on the outside. As now, what does he have in mind here? The count of 2 by the ref. Grabbing him here, however, AJ Styles fighting back once again with the right hands. And Styles now picks up Kevin Owens. What does he have in mind here? Face first goes Owens onto the ring apron. The hardest part of the ring. It seems as though AJ Styles, oh, look at this! Pop-up! Styles Clash connects. Perhaps a little bit of a message for the pop-up powerbomb, as well as a huge Styles Clash by AJ Styles. The count of 8, and now the count of 9 by the ref. Styles throws him back into the ring. He's got to go for the cover here. Take advantage of it. Styles Clash on the outside. 1, 2, 3, and AJ Styles on the outside. Pop-up Styles Clash to Kevin Owens. Gets the job done here in our main event. Kevin Owens put up a hell of a fight. Okay, brutalizing him on the outside, you could say. However, AJ Styles just seemed to have an answer for everything he tried to do, all of his huge maneuvers. However, there you see right there, bam, dropping him once again on the back of his neck. Definitely a focal point for Kevin Owens in this matchup. The back of the neck of AJ Styles. And Styles just kept reversing that pop-up powerbomb that it looked like Kevin Owens would be going for. Owens not able to hit a pop-up powerbomb. If he could hit that powerbomb, we might be looking at a very different outcome in this matchup. However, he didn't get to hit it. He didn't get to hit it. As there, AJ Styles, the phenomenal one, got to hit his pop-up Styles Clash on the outside. Got the job done. And he is your winner here in our main event, as that's going to be the end of this episode here in our WWE 2K19 universe. So if you guys like to, please let me know by hitting the like button down below. Comment anything you want to comment. Subscribe if you haven't already, but if you have, why not hit the bell to be notified of everything we do on the Bad Wrestling channel. I'm, of course, Dominic, and have a good day from Bad Wrestling. Bye-bye. Yo.